Hi folks, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, it's lovely to have you, and if you're a regular, it's wonderful to have you back. So today I'm going to be working on a spread. This is a story about taking my son to the park and the fun that he's having at the park. So swings and slides, and I'm just going to bring this layout together. I have some sort of form of inspiration. I'm taking the colours from this paper here as inspiration, and I'm going to bring it all together with some coordinating embellishments. So let's jump in and get started. So the first thing I do is I need to measure my page. So I'm creating this page out as an outside of the page protector size. So with the pattern paper on top of the plain paper, the width of the page needs to be around 7 inches wide, and it'll be around 8.25 inches high as well. So here I'm just making those measurements so that everything is cut to the right size. And then I'm going to attach the patterned paper to the white cardstock. So I do make a bit of an error here, and I put too much adhesive onto the back of the patterned paper, and I think the white cardstock as well, where I don't need it. So I'm covering that up here with the back side of some double-sided tape, just so the stick, I might need the stick later, so I just protect that in case I need it later. So while I deal with that blunder, it might be a good time to tell you about my Patreon. So I recently created a Patreon, and within that account I have 2 membership tiers. The first I call the Curator, and basically the membership is £6 per month, and members get access to monthly inspiration. Now what I mean by inspiration includes a mood board, it includes a tic-tac-toe grid, a design template, all just as starting points for you to begin documenting your stories and your memories. The mood board is there to direct you towards a specific colour scheme option, and the tic-tac-toe grid, I actually call it a 3-in-a-row grid, but people know what I'm talking about if I say tic-tac-toe. You can picture a tic-tac-toe grid, right? So there's how many boxes? 9 boxes in a tic-tac-toe grid, and you basically pick a row, and in each box of that grid you have embellishment options. So for example, one embellishment option might be stitching, another might be sequins, it might ask you to create a large title or document using 3 photos or 1 photo up to multiple photos. So it's there as inspiration and as a guide, and often in the tic-tac-toe grid there is a theme around the story that you want to tell, and it's there as an idea. You might already know what you want to document, what memory you want to document, but it's there for those who struggle with decision fatigue. And if you're anything like myself, I tend to get overwhelmed with catching up on memories that I haven't yet got around to documenting. So if the inspiration tells me, okay, this month's theme is on food, I can think back to a recent time where maybe I have dined out or cooked something, a special dinner, and that prompts me into deciding on which photos I want to document in my story that month. And of course I always offer my guidance and some ideas, so I'll share with you stories and pictures of my layouts and my scrapbook albums as another form or an extra form of encouragement and inspiration. In November's content bundle we focused on remembrance, so documenting those memories of past loved ones or fur babies that have passed on and crossed Rainbow Bridge, and just providing some guidance on how to document those stories, if you want to do it in the form of writing letters to them, or if you want to do it in the form where you're documenting their legacy. So that was November's prompt and theme. And of course in October we focused on, well, Halloween and autumnal colours. So every month has a different theme to guide you, and new inspiration and new embellishment options, and a new design layout template that you can copy directly, or you can take snippets from to recreate and make your own. So that is the Curator membership, tier 1 of my Patreon. And lastly, if you join the Curator membership, I'll give you a shout out on my channel, on my socials. So there's a lot of these little extras that you get by becoming a part of the Curator membership. With the Circle, that is my second tier. So this one's £10 per month. And with this, you get everything from the Curator, plus 10% off my shop items. I do a live scrapbooking session once a month, and you can join my private Patreon community where we can discuss and share how we're getting on within the membership and with our projects and our memory keeping and our scrapbook layouts, etc, etc. So I have built those 2 memberships, and if you're interested in even just checking out my Patreon, every month I'll post new products, new digital products in my shop there, and I have free posts as well you have access to that might be helpful with your memory keeping or your self-care. So go ahead and check that out. I will link it in the video description below. Right, so back to my page. So as you can see here, I have attached the pattern paper to the white cardstock and positioned that how I like it. And of course I've now positioned my photographs, and I'm just deciding on a page title. So nothing's secured down just yet. This is where the creativity happens and the decisions happen, deciding what embellishments I want to add and where to put them, and what words I want to use, what describes or harmonises with what's going on in the photos. That is just how my brain works. I couldn't just put a random word or phrase onto my layout if it wasn't cohesive with the story that I was telling, you know. I know some people can just be quite free with their phrases and their words, but mine need to have some meaning. I don't know what that is. Is it a little bit of OCD? Is it part of the ADHD brain? I don't know, but that is just how I work. And for this layout, I was working between 2 different embellishment kits. One was from Pinkfresh Studio, and it's delightful, and the other is Maggie Holmes Parasol. So the Maggie Holmes pack is the florals, that big flower there, the patterned paper, and the little doe and the bicycle, that's from the Parasol ephemera pack. And the word title there, that's from the Pinkfresh Studio Delightful collection. You know, I've still got a full bag of these large word titles. I find them really attractive, and then I'm too scared to use them. Do you ever get like that, where you're scared you're going to waste a really good embellishment or patterned paper on one of your projects? It's so silly, but I'm sure we do it. We hoard everything. So that's the other point to my Patreon, actually. My memberships are to encourage my members to use their stash instead of buying and spending and just stockpiling paper and stickers. It's there to encourage you to get through your stash and use what you have already. So again, if that interests you, the link is in the description below, and I'll pop it on the screen here as well in the top right corner for you to go and check that out if you're interested. God help me, I hummed and hawed about where to position all these embellishments for such a long time, and bear in mind this video has been sped up ×3, so just decision fatigue, that's a thing, and just not knowing if I'm making the right decisions, with where I'm putting these embellishments. It's the fun part, but it's also the most challenging part for me. What's the most challenging part for you when it comes to putting your pages together? And how organised and planned are you for getting to work on a page? Do you plan all your pages in advance, or do you just sit down and say, right, I've got this, I'm going to put this together and just see what happens? How do you work creatively when you're documenting your stories and your memories? I'd love to hear how you do it. Share with me in the comments. I would love to have a conversation. On here, it often feels like I'm just talking to myself, rambling on, so it'd be lovely to get a wee conversation going in the comments. I believe after an unspeakable amount of time, I do decide on where I'm placing all my embellishments and my photos and things like that. I do eventually, I promise, and then I start attaching everything down. In order to add some dimension to my layout, I have decided to use some foam dots to prop up the title and that pretty little yellow bow, and then it just pops off the page, and I just love a little bit of dimension. Who doesn't love a bit of dimension? And now to complete the title, so just adding a little subtitle here that says "At the Park," and then I believe do I date stamp it? I think I date stamp it. Maybe I don't. Maybe I don't date stamp it. Maybe I do that at the very end. Can't remember. It will all come together at the end. This story, it was a simple park day, and I believe, did this happen after we got back from our cruise? No, it was before our cruise. So we had a gorgeous summer here in the UK, which is a rare treat. It really is rare to get consistently good weather, particularly in Scotland where I'm from. And so we had an epic summer, and we spent a lot of time at the park. And my sister, she owns a caravan in a little place called Port Seaton, and so we often take day trips out there, and they have the owner's lounge where they have this private park basically. So this is where we took my son Clive that day and enjoyed some sunshine at the park. So yes, simple story, but just documenting it and getting it into my 2025 album. As I approach the end of the year, I am trying to tie up all those loose ends and get little projects like this done, so that I can focus on my December daily and begin with my plans for 2026. So here we are, we've made it to the end, another completed page. Thank you for watching, thanks for joining me today, it's been a pleasure. Don't forget to check out my Patreon club and see if it's something that you might like to join. But if you like this video, please do give it a thumbs up, it does help me build my community. And of course, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, it would be amazing to have you on board and on this journey with me. Take care and bye for now. Bye.